Tonight on Joynews Prime, Minority Leader in Parliament Haruna Idrisu hints until the Techiman South parliamentary results are recollated, his side of the House will not participate in the inauguration of President Akufo-Addo for a second term.
Christopher of the NDC won. He's been robbed of that mandate and would make it conditional even to the swearing-in which will take place on the 7th, because that one gives us that parliamentary majority that we need.
Joynews' investigative report unveils what led to violence on election day in Techiman South, leading to the death of 2 persons and several others injured.
Late hour, somewhere around 11:30 to 12, there was an allegation that some boxes were coming, and some team youth were here protesting that those boxes shouldn't go into the policing center. So all of a sudden, there was a struggle.
And later in the bulletin, the Central Regional Police Command says the transfer of the police officer who was allegedly assaulted by the DCE for Ejumako Enyane Siam, Ransford Kwesinyako and 8 others is not to shield the DCE from prosecution.
He has been transferred to a station that he can easily get access to medical facility as he is still attending hospital.
And in business?
In business, Guta is suspecting arson following the case of market fires across the country.
The great majority of us, over 90%, we sit on the fence, behind the fence on the political arena. And then we will not allow just a few to take the great majority of us for a ride.
My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Joynews Prime comes to you live from our studios in Kokomlim on digital terrestrial TV, because we are free to air on Go TV channel 144 and DSTV channel 421. Many thanks for choosing us. We begin with Minority Leader in Parliament Haruna Idrisu, who has hinted until Techiman South parliamentary results are recollated, his side of the House will not participate in the inauguration of President Akufo-Addo for a second term. The president is due to be sworn in on 7th January 2021 before parliamentarians in Parliament House. The NDC insists it won the seat. Mr. Idrisu tells Joynews the declaration of the seat in favor of the NPP's Martin J. Mensah is fraudulent and they will not allow it to stand.
Christopher of the NDC won. He's been robbed of that mandate and would make it conditional even to the swearing-in which will take place on the 7th, because that one gives us that parliamentary majority that we need. It is not acceptable. You know, they're just joking with Techiman South, added to their number, claim a false 137 that they don't deserve. They are 136. And we are saying that openly, do it openly, transparently. And in any case, why is the media not challenging the EC to do what is legally appropriate? So where is your resource? So you think that you want a Ghana tomorrow where results are declared for a parliamentary constituency, candidates that don't have access to the results, political parties don't have access to the results, and you people think it's right? It will be right tomorrow. It will be right tomorrow. Prepare for a Ghana tomorrow where anybody can sit in his house and say that I've declared results, I've won.
So, just to be clear, you wouldn't be part of the inauguration of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo if they go ahead with it once the issue of Techiman South is not clear?
Yes. If Techiman South is not resolved amicably and satisfactorily, in accordance with the laws of Ghana, and in particular with Regulation 43 of CI 127,
and declared for the
more emphatically, coalition done openly and transparently by EC, and we remain in denial that we don't have the results for Techiman South, we would be thinking through what to do on the 7th.
Meanwhile, the NDC parliamentary candidate for Techiman South, Christopher Banyere, says the NDC won the seat by more than 700 votes. He says a simple recollation will reveal the NDC won. He serves notice there will be more protests in the area unless that recollation happens.
We want all the media houses to be there for us to do the collation. The minimum per hour results It's about 700 vote difference for the parliamentary, which we have the pin sheets available. We can even let the media houses go through one by one, just to be sure. Why is it that they are insisting they will not do collation or recollation? Like the leader of the house said, initially they did for Banda more than 2-3 times. Techima alone, you insisting no. What is the secret? And in any case, we are entitled to recollation if they've done collation. It is just a matter of simple distance, which we expect the whole world stakeholders, Peace Council, Christian Council, to note that this is something that has just started small. And we expect that if they don't come in, something bad could happen in Techima. It's not a trade, but that's the reality. I'm
interested in that. So then, what could happen if these demands are not?
As we speak now, there's a demonstration in Techima, isn't it? Yes, and that will not end. I mean, we're not going to allow the fact that you don't do collation and then you bring in military to kill our people after burying the deaf. You still insist that you are going to take power by force. This is not a military regime. How many MPP people died of that? So we insist that the right thing be done, and we'll fight it till the latter end.
Will the lives, or for that matter, the tension in the area and the protest and the chaos that may result from it, because we've seen burning of ties and all in the course of some of these demonstrations, would it be worth you coming in as Member of Parliament over someone else going forward? Will you be at peace if there's a situation where all this distraction happens just to lead to you taking over as Member of Parliament elect?
What is the essence of democracy? It's the people's choice, isn't it? Now, you forcefully disagree with the democracy, and then you decide to bring a military system. You kill 2 people, third person dead the next day, just because you want power forcefully. I haven't pulled guns. The NDC hasn't pulled guns. We are insisting on the democracy and the right of the people. Why I'm fighting this is for 2 reasons. Now, the first one is that if we do not fight this time, next time somebody will get up and then use the same military system to take power. That is the first one. The second one is the fact that people came around to witness transparent, free and fair election, only for them to lose their life. The only way we can honor them is to fight and ensure that there's a transparent, free and fair election, which they wish. And that is the reason why they came there, and that is why we'll still fight. These are the 2 key reasons. It is not because of their position.
Meanwhile, emerging eyewitness accounts and video records reveal live ammunitions were fired into the crowd in the Techima South shooting, which killed 2 people. Videos available to Joynews show some military and police personnel firing directly into the crowd in the December 8 incident. Some eyewitnesses give horrifying accounts of how the joy of observing the collation of electoral results turned into a mass shooting.
Most parts of the Techima South constituency were calm and peaceful on voting day. After polling station results had been declared, all roads led to this place, where the collation of results took place under the strict eye of the public.
This is the Bono Champion Hall in the Techima South constituency. This is where collation of electoral results happen.
Throughout the night, supporters of both NDC and NPP kept vigil, observing collation of results. But the collation night will soon turn chaotic. Security agents fired warning shots to maintain calm as supporters of both parties fought and destroyed ballot boxes containing results from some polling stations. Alaji is an election observer.
Late hour, somewhere around 11:30 going to 12, there was an allegation that some boxes were coming. And some team youth were here protesting that those boxes shouldn't go into the collation center. So all of a sudden, there was a struggle. Others were like the boxes would come in, others were like the boxes would not come
between
in.
The NPP and NDC. Between the
NPP and the
supporters
NDC.
Who are outside.
Supporters who were outside. So there was a struggle, there was a fight, and there was even a gunshot that night.
Fired by who?
by the police just to scare the supporters. So at the end, they fought and broke those boxes.
The ballot boxes?
Those ballot boxes. The papers were flying away everywhere.
December 8, 2020, a day after voting, was pregnant with expectations. Supporters of the NDC and NPP gathered outside the collation center in anticipation of who won.
The NDC supporters, their team inside the collation center was saying that they were not satisfied with those boxes or the results in those boxes. So it was like an argument, back and forth, until later in the evening when those results were added. NPP had 49,682, the parliamentary candidate, and the NDC parliamentary candidate had 49,205. And so immediately they shoot it out, the jubilation started. So the teeming youth of the NDC who were also standing here were angry. How comes? Because they know that they were trying to force in to the hall.
So they were here?
They were on the left here.
They were standing here?
Yes.
In their numbers?
In their numbers.
And they wanted to force their way into this hall?
Into the hall. And the NPP supporters too were also on the right. But the military and the police, they were in the middle, trying to protect the crowd not to move in.
Some accounts say party supporters started pelting stones at the security personnel. Others also say the supporters were forcing their way into the collation hall. But what happened next will remain a black day in the political history of Techiman South. This video shows protest from the crowd. Then the shooting starts. A journalist who witnessed the shooting from the front of the collation center gave this narration.
The police started the warning shots, then the military also complied. So some of the guns were pointed upwards and some too through the crowd. I saw one guy lying down here. Blood was oozing from the nose and the eyes. At that time he was breathing very slowly. So in about our time that we understood there were many supporters being victimized through gunshot.
A closer and critical look at this video, which marked the beginning of the firing of warning shots, showed the crowd retreating. Whilst many of the personnel are seen firing into the air, this officer in seeming police-colored uniform is seen aiming at the crowd. Another amateur video captures the fleeting moment when shots were fired into the crowd and the moment when some supporters were seen lying motionless on the ground. We tried to slow the video to pay attention to detail. Here, it reveals many of the security personnel firing their guns into the air. But this military officer fires directly into the crowd. The originator of the video is heard saying some are dead and then laughs as the video ends. At this point, the crowd is stunned. Some are seen carrying the injured to safety. This woman seen here in the video helping lift a fallen supporter describes that moment.
Ye kasi ebone patu mintimi njina menaso mintimi nya me ho hwe ntitama me kwa paja no odi to no yes ana msa kwoto e mpaja na mrente me beso no se maami mayenjo mayenso no mo ero mo paja na wawu.
18-year-old Abdullah Ayarik, an apprentice in the street lighting business, and Muhammad Tajuddin, 41, a father of 4, were killed. 9 others sustained various degrees of injuries. Reporting for Joynews, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.
And back here in Accra, the jostling for leadership positions in the next parliament has begun, with NDC MP for Lembele Kofi Boa demanding changes to the current minority front bench. He says it's about time that the Western, North and Central regions are given seats at the minority front bench because they constitute the base of the party in parliament now. Currently, Northern Ashanti, Volta, Greater Accra and Bono regions are represented in the minority leadership. Mr. Boa says leadership must reflect the regions where the party is strongest.
I believe members of parliament must have a strong say in the selection of our front bench going forward. It is very clear, and I say this considering the outcome of this election and the numbers in parliament today. The members of parliament must actively participate in the selection of our front bench. Why is this important? It is important because it's a practice around the world in a lot of democracies. Clearly, the party has a very strong role to play. But we believe that that consultation that the party has been doing must be broader and stronger this time, to make sure that it reflects the realities. I mean, if you look at this past election, you look at the strong basis of the NDC. It's in the central, it's in the western, it's in the western north. These are things that must be considered. And I believe that the front bench must reflect our party structure, must reflect the power basis, must reflect the win we have brought. And I think it's important. And I believe that the party must do that and make sure that we work together and have a strong presence in parliament.
But NDC MP for Sene West, Kwame Chimesiampofu, says the current leadership is fine and should stay.
I'm expecting that 8th parliament is going to be a tough parliament. It's going to be hot. It's going to be consensus building. And so I believe and I trust that things will move on well. It's not going to be that easy. So it's not going to be easy.
Did you get a sense the current leadership with the minority is up to it, or some changes, some energy should be brought into how you guys are doing your work at the level of the...
the current, if you talk of current leadership, to me, I think it's okay, but maybe certain things need to be done right.
A number of fire outbreaks have been recorded in markets and other public spaces across the country. It's become a source of worry for traders who are losing thousands of cedis in these fire outbreaks. Last Saturday, a section of the Kanishi market was razed down by fire, leaving 9 shops destroyed. My colleague Kwekwa Sante has a wrap of all these fires.
On November 18, a dawn fire at the Odona market near the Kwame Nkrumah interchange destroyed goods worth thousands of cedis. The cause of the fire has not been disclosed yet. On Tuesday, 15th November, fire destroyed at least 3 shops in Koforidua, the eastern regional capital. The blaze was reportedly caused by fault on the main power supply pole and spread to nearby shops. It emerged from the incident that the only fire tender serving the regional capital, Koforidua, and its environs had past 2 years due to lack of funds to repair the vehicles. In another development the same day, a fire outbreak at the Kantamanto market in Accra. The fire tender serving the regional capital, Koforidua, and its environs had been grounded for the past 2 years due to lack of funds to repair the vehicles. In another development the same day, a fire outbreak at the Kantamanto market in Accra destroyed shops and goods. The cause of the fire, which affected the second-hand good dealers in the market, has not been immediately established. Just this Friday also, a fire outbreak at a local market in the western region town of Asankregua razed down 4 stores. Residents had to battle the inferno before the arrival of the Memphis West Division of the Ghana National Fire Service. On Saturday evening, a section of the Kanishi Market complex went ablaze, destroying at least 9 shops. Even before the fire service establishes the cause of these fires, Accra Mayor Mohammed Ejeisowa has disclosed that procurement processes have been completed to undertake extensive rewiring of markets in Accra.
So, one good thing also that we are also looking at, it's the rewiring of all the market. And under the MEDA project, with the market leadership for close to a year. Every market leadership in Accra is aware of this, and they are aware that the actual implementation of the work will commence in February. Engagement and procurement processes have been completed, and a full presentation had been done to all the market leadership in October about when the actual implementation will start. So that's where we are, and I think that we have not been badly affected like Odona and Atamanto here. And we hope that we'll continue to do our job to protect life and property.
The National Investigations Bureau has arrested the driver of Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Peter Otokono. Lawyer for the suspect, Victor Kojoga Dawudu, says the Bureau is denying him access to his client, Eric Adogla. He has also not been told what his client is being held for. Victor Dawudu has been speaking on Joy FM's Top Story.
When I was told that, yes, he was arrested this morning, I said, okay. I went to the BNI headquarters, and I said I was there to have conference with my client. From the reception, it was sent to their superiors, and their superiors also came back with the information that I should go to Kaukudi, their original office, and I'll meet my client there. When I go there, I should see an officer whose designation is HS23. So I went there. I got there around 11:55? Yes, 11:55. Then I asked that I was looking for the officer, HS23. They say he was not available. And I said, if he's not available, can't I see any other person? They should also confirm or deny whether my client is there. Because the superiors are saying that I should go there and meet my client, have conference with him. They won't confirm. I sat there over an hour. And I told them, you can't treat me abysmally. You don't tell us anything. They say unless they get instruction from the head office. So I had to come back to the head office, go back to the head office, and the head office, they said, if the man is not available, then there's nothing that we can do. So it means that I said, oh, if you're going to detain him, the law grants you power 48 hours to detain him. I don't have any qualms with that. So we left. So you haven't seen him? I haven't seen him. Since the dawn that he was picked up? Yes, they've not given us access. And if they don't give us access, it is for us, the lawyers and the family, to sit down and exercise which options of the law. Safe to say that in addition to having not seen him, you still don't know where he is. We don't know. So we don't even know what is being investigated for.
The Central Regional Police Command says the transfer of the police officer who was allegedly assaulted by the DCA for Ejuma Kwenyane Siam, Ransford Kwesenyako, and 8 others is not to shield the DCE from prosecution. According to them, the police officer was transferred for his own safety and also to enable him seek further medical and psychological attention. The police administration says after the DCE was granted bail, the NPP constituency chairman, who has been identified by the police officer as part of the 8 people that assaulted him, was also arrested and granted bail. Central Regional Police PRO DSP Irene Opon has been speaking to Joynews' Richard Kwejonyako.
Police wants to give these facts. 1, per police procedure, if an officer is attacked or he is assaulted, as it has happened to Corporal Mensah, the region have to protect that officer. And one of the means is to transfer the person from his or her current station where the incident happened for protection. In the case of Corporal Mensah, he has been transferred to a station that he can easily get access to medical facility as he is still attending hospital for treatment. Again, there is a psychological abuse attached to what happened on the 2nd of December 2020. Currently, the development in the case is that the DCE was given bail and he is assisting with investigation. 2, the second person who was also identified by the complainant, that is Corporal Mensah, in the person of Robert Prinzel, alias Bob, who also resides within Ejumako, has also been arrested and given police inquiry bail.
Who is this person? We are told that he is the MPP constituency chairman there.
Yes, that is what we learned. And again, we are looking for other suspects that we have invited for them to give us statements and also help us to build our dockets. The case is still under investigation, and we will make sure that we do what is fair. We do our work with diligence for justice and fairness to prevail.
Meanwhile, the Inspector General of Police has sent a message to all police officers in the country, assuring them that the police administration will continue to pursue the matter until justice is delivered. Richard Kwejonya joins us live for more in this. Richard, how is police morale in Ejumako Enyanesiam?
Well, so it's not only the police at Ejumako Enyanesiam whose morale is low. A lot of the people across the central region I have been interacting with say that they are taking some keen interest in the matter, and they want to see to the logical conclusion of this matter. They want some justice to be served as their colleague is still recuperating at the hospital. They don't want this thing to recur, and so they want urgent action to be done to the police. They explained that the matter happened on the 2nd of December, and then it had to take a very long time, like December 14, 2 clear weeks after the matter happened, before the DC was invited and subsequently placed under arrest. And they don't want anything other than justice to happen.
Kwejonya is our man in the central region. We'll be bringing you more on this in subsequent bulletins tomorrow. We'll take a break for business. We'll be back shortly.
Hello, good evening. It's time for business. I'm Charles Aitib. The Ghana Union of Traders Association suspects arson as the main cause of various market fires in the country. In December alone, 5 major market fires have been recorded, with causes scattered. Addressing the media at the fire grounds at Kaneshi Market, Dr. Joseph Obin, the president of GUTA, demanded full security protection of market centers and also a modernization of the various market centers to suit trading activity.
We demand immediate forensic investigation into these fire outbreaks. All manner of explanations are coming true. We are not going to take it unless forensic investigation has been done and the proper solution is put to this. Otherwise, we can't continue to contain this pain. We are also saying that the government should give us security. We seek security, and we employ our government to deploy as a matter of urgency our security forces to mine all these structures. It doesn't make sense that the market that is being, the construction of it, the building of the market is being affected by government and political leaders should be burnt.
Meanwhile, some distraught traders at the Kaneshi Market say they don't feel safe following the increase in market fires. They fear that this could skyrocket the cost of production and in a particular way have an impact on them ahead of Christmas.
Lights in the in fact high. Lights in the high pan. It's on the say. Sunny and your matches and your matches. And I am to market when I see a share. You're safe. I was saying, see a strap mine. On my boy, yes, Ranapa, electricity. And nay, near my being a high and see a threat. I buy some on my boy. And yes, I can cry near your Mishi and say, you need media, a baba, actually, see a strap mine. On my strike, yes, Rano.
So she's the trader here, and she's saying that all they need currently is security from the part of government. when it comes to the electrification of this market center, they are much more concerned about how safe the electrification is. They believe this could also have been one of the causes of the fires here. Let me break in this lady too as well. How do you feel as a trader? Not just Kantamanto, Kaneshi, even the eastern region, Takrade elsewhere. How concerned are you?
Please, here, this market, we don't bring electrician from outside to come and do our job for us. They do the job. So we don't know if it is electrical fault or not. So we want security, we want protection. Because if you look at this Edna's shop, the shop owner, her name is Edna. And if you see how her shop is bent, I don't know how she's feeling right now. And we are all in pain. So we are calling on the authorities to help her, to do something for her, because we don't know. Her shop is very filled and we don't know how she is feeling right now. We don't bring electrician from outside. So if it is electrical fault, then they have to check it for us.
Guta guys are saying it could be arson. It could be someone who has been paid to burn down the market center.
We have heard of that. When Katamanto got burnt, we heard that it is some hide people who are burning the market. So we don't know. And we heard that they said they will burn Domi market too. We don't know. So if it is some people, the security should be tight so that they prevent people from coming inside.
What about you? How concerned are you? We are concerned. We are concerned. How concerned are you?
I'm not concerned because I'm also a seller here. And what really matters me is whenever we are close, we have our main switch. We switch, baby. We switch off. We switch the switch off. So we wonder where the fire comes from. So we are very curious. We are curious.
So you feel it's arson? Is that what you feel? Someone came to burn the place down?
Well, I can't say that, but we are wondering where the fire comes from. Because whenever we are closing, everyone must switch his meter off. So we don't know where the fire comes from.
Well, some distraught traders at the Kaneshi market sharing their grievance with me. That's how we end business too. I'm Charles Aite.
And it's time for showbiz. Becky is here with the very latest. Hello, Becky. Lady in green with green nails.
Hello to you, Aisha.
How are you?
That's the nail.
Green nails to match your dress, right?
Yeah. How you doing? I miss you.
I miss you badly.
Let's keep the fire on.
It's very important.
So this weekend, this weekend I was at a party.
Okay.
So you know the Christmas. I know that a lot of people are not feeling the Christmas. So let's put them in the Christmas mood.
Okay.
So there was a party at Kozo, and I attended. It was actually the launch of something different, something that has been created here in Africa that is set to take the world by storm. So if you want to get details of that, here you go.
The Afro launch pad.
I'm African, I'm Ghanaian, I like everything Afro. Even my outfit is Afro, so I think I'm in love with this drink because I've tried it and it's lovely. It's lovely.
We in Ghana, we have something that could go all over the world, and we don't want to be ashamed to say that it came from Akatashi. It is something that we made ourselves. So when that pitch was made to me, to be honest, I'm completely all about owning who we are. So the way you said Bishara and everything, the way we did bring the Akatashi and everything, so this is why we're here. So everyone, let's own who we are. For tonight, let's drop the Hennessy, let's drop the vodka, let's drop everything else, and let's drink some Afro.
So, like I said, there's a party ongoing and everybody that matters in entertainment is here at Kozo. Of course, we have one of the biggest acts here, and I'm pleased to be talking to the man Sako there, who is here to have fun as well. So far, what have you seen?
It's classy, very beautiful, well organized. This is a vibe. I love it.
You know, easy.
This is a bang.
I'm telling you, Mr. P was actually
My
in town.
goodness, all these people were there.
Remember on Saturday when I told you to take,
we should go
accompany
to
me to a party.
Oh my goodness.
This was the party
I
went
missed
to.
out. I should have been
Yeah,
there.
you should have met a lot of people.
Yes,
There.
especially P Square. I haven't heard from them
Well,
for some time now.
Yeah, it's just Peter now. So, but at the same event though, Aisha, we've been talking about 2020, and I've been asking, some people there, how has the 2020 been like for them? I know that everybody will say that, oh, COVID and all that, but here is Sarkodie and Sinaso.
Like everyone, I think it's been a roller coaster. It's been the craziest year of my life. I've learned so much. I've cried. I've had high times, but I think an all-round, very thought-provoking year for me. But it was okay. I mean, I just released a song a couple of days ago, and it's doing really well. It's called Die For You, so you guys should check it out. It's a really great song.
I think it's been more about work. It's been like what everybody else has experienced the year. It's been a bit down, but I think I spent a lot of time with family, and that's also necessary. So yeah, it's been a calm year. We are hoping to have a good year the next year. Yeah, so it's been good.
All right. So I also caught up with a celebrity chef. She's called Juliet Glover. And I asked her, we just have like 4 days to Christmas, right? 4 days to Christmas. So my viewers, I'm so much in love with my viewers, our viewers, me and Aisha. Aisha, come in. So we wanted to show you what some of the tips that, just for cooking.
To spice up your cooking this Christmas.
For those of you, especially for those of you who don't know how to cook.
With food, it's all about creativity. Anything you think about, how you put it turns into food. So just a little thing, you could just do some small chops. Maybe you can mix tomatoes with egg, you get a whole combo. So food is all about creativity, it's a science. So however you want to make it, you can do things which have not even existed before. So it's all about creativity, it's all about you putting your passion in it. You're good to go.
Well, you heard that. It's all about creativity. Be creative this Christmas. Be creative this New Year. And I'm sure something will come out. I love the fact that she said that you can just, add egg and, tomatoes, and you get something very special.
So egg and tomatoes is now some extraordinary meal.
It's being creative. Like, you slice the tomatoes like ringy or something.
Okay, let me teach you something else.
Okay.
You ever heard of fish bokotos?
Fish bokotos?
Yes.
No. Tell me about
chicken porero.
No, please.
All right.
What are the ingredients and how do we prepare?
So I'll teach you that this Christmas.
But you have to. I mean, you have the chance.
No. This is my secret recipe. So yeah, if you want to know, see me in chambers.
So which chambers again? But Aisha, you know that, this evening something very special is happening.
Very, very
There's no
special.
Christmas without joy.
Oh my goodness. That's why we want you to feel that joy.
Sometimes I feel like Joy FM takes all the shine from Joynews.
No, it's all about joy. Joy. But tell me, what's your favorite Christmas carol?
Aisha, you were supposed to sing the favorite Christmas carol.
I sang one this afternoon. You haven't sung. Can you please?
Joy to the world.
Go ahead. Why?
All I want for Christmas.
Becky, don't disgrace me.
Oh, okay.
Now,
so you see that what we're trying to say is that we have 9 lessons.
The music director is already there.
Yes.
That's George Adu Jr. He doesn't only do commentaries.
Yeah. But he can sing as well.
Marvelously well. Okay, so everything is
I think they're
on point. Aha!
So
that's your, what's the name again?
Pampa Band.
The band. Okay, so
I think, Aisha, they are the only Ghanaian musicians who, actually
they've localized
the Christmas
songs, the carols.
I think that they should
it's really, and I enjoy it. Like Conto mire Shingonya liwa nkati ene kota ya tutu ene party in a baby.
I love Christmas
showbiz. Thank you so much, Becky.
So are we inviting people to?
It's actually virtual. So you stay at home. COVID is still real. Stay at home and enjoy it. It's all joy. That's it for showbiz.
We love you all.
World News, and that's how we wrap up the bulletin tonight. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Many thanks for watching. We're crossing over shortly for our Christmas carol. Stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our program.